Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another board game unboxing, and this is our second Tiny Epic game that we have in our collection. We just did one for Tiny Epic Pirates, and now we're going to do Tiny Epic Dungeons Deluxe Edition, which we also got on Kickstarter. This one does not have the Stories expansion, which is another story which I'll tell you at the end of this regarding our attempts to get that game, that is expansion. But anyway, Tiny Epic Dungeons by Gamelyn Games by Scott Almes, the designer. A dangerous dungeon crawler. So this is 1 to 4 players, just like the Tiny Epic Pirates. Time 30 to 60 minutes, like most Tiny Epic games. Ages 14 and above. So Tiny Epic Dungeons is a cooperative game split into 2 acts. In both acts, players struggle against the waning torchlight as it decreases each turn. Let's see here. When the torch goes out, the heroes are forever lost in darkness. In Act 1, they explore the dungeon, fight enemies, and evade traps in an effort to find the boss's lair. In Act 2, engage in an epic battle against the boss. Can you brave the dungeon and overcome the boss's fury? So, what defines a Tiny Epic game? I didn't see this in the last one. I'm sure it was there, but easy entry. What defines a Tiny Epic game? Easy entry. High strategy. Low downtime. Short playtime. I don't know about that for this game. This one could be because it's a tough game. High replayability. Okay. And small box. You definitely got a small box and all the things it's got inside. 8 hero contains Deluxe Edition. Includes 8 hero miniatures, 25 wooden game pieces, 13 monster tokens, 4 dice, 28 dungeon cards, 26 loot cards, 14 spell cards, 6 goblin cards, 8 minion cards, 8 hero mats, 6 boss mats, 1 torch mat, and 1 rulebook, all in this small little box here. So a lot. Packs a big punch here. So without further ado, let's open it up and get this off Kickstarter, like I said, a while ago. A few months ago. We just haven't opened it yet. But I figured while we were pet sitting that we would make some videos while we were here. And get these, because we cannot, we cannot play a game until we do an unboxing video. That's just Higher Ground Gaming's rules. So again, this is a glossy box, just like the Tiny Epic Pirates there. Same exact size, I believe, as Tiny Epic Pirates. Let's see here. You got your rulebook on top, which I don't want to forget to do, so I want to do this first. So rulebook. Let's see. This one is, oh, that's interesting. 20 pages. Yeah, it comes out. I like this. It's got a little reference in here, which you can. I'm probably just going to leave it in here, but it folds out. It's got all the. This is icon heavy game for a Tiny Epic game, especially for any game. Actually, it's lots of icons to learn. So hopefully we can do that. So this is the Adventurer's Manual, and we can scan for additional video rules, instructional video, additional rules, clarifications, and learn more about Tiny Epic Dungeon, the characters in Tiny Epic Dungeons. So all your different things. I'm not going to read each one, but show you it there. I guess just hero miniatures, hero mats, torch mat and torch marker, 20 dungeon cards, loot cards, spell cards, goblin cards, and like I said, I read all this in the back of the box, so don't want to bore you again. Table of contents, always nice to have. And game setup, winning, losing, hero attributes on your own, building new dungeon rooms, dungeon size limit, perform 1 heroic action. So 7 by 7, I think, is the dungeon size, is the limit there. Perform 1 heroic action, so the different actions you can take. Types of heroic actions. Attack, range, cast spell, disarm a trap, search a room, rest, blah, blah, blah. Energy, encounter attack, enemy modifiers, damage and kill enemies, enemy counterattack, unconscious hero. Perform free actions. Act 1, torch mat. Discover loots, blah, blah, possibly solo play. And then Act 2. Act 2's got to be coming up over here. The final battle. That must take place under Act 2 there. Attack the boss. Boss counterattack. About the lair. Additional rules about the lair. And again, all the icons there. Alright, so that is your rule book there. And then in this little plastic bag here, we have, I think these might be the a couple of the bosses, the Demon Lord and the Lich. And then, so these are so you don't know what they are, I guess. And then, oh, this is the little perils. Oh, it's getting a little backwards, but that's okay. The Potions and Perils mini expansion comes with it. Comes on a Kickstarter. Came with it. Basically, it's just 8 potion cards, 1 dungeon card, 2 goblin cards, 2 boss mats, 2 minion cards, 2 minion tokens. The rules in here, how to set it up, how to interact into the game. I'm not going to go over too much, but these are just the different. I'll show this later, probably, if I remember. Before I show the regular one. So these are your villains and map tiles and everything. So again, not very big, but all right. Ooh, come on here. So I have to try to get sleeves for these. These are different. They're not very. It looks like they are linen finished, so that's good. So you have your different goblins, kind of jokey, stabby goblins, boomy goblins, pokey goblins, shooty goblins, and then some gear cards, crossbow, hook shot. Yeah. Again, the iconography probably isn't that bad. Ruby figurine, jade figurine, amethyst, sun hammer, spike buckler. Yeah, so lots of different gear cards in here. Long sword, the lion, shields, plate mails. So bonuses and drawbacks to having the weapons. Okay, so these lots of weapons. I mean, lots of gear, which is good. And then you have your some of the minions. I think the ooze, troglodyte, minotaur. Is that troglodyte? Sorry, minotaur, ogres, trolls. So your standard fantasy dungeon, monsters, dungeon crawler, literally crawler. Spiders, dire serpents, and then these are your map tiles here. So these are I think that's the center. That's where you start. Yeah, that's the entrance to the dungeon right here. And then you have your other map tiles here, and bridges and spider webs and all kinds of different things. Some of them have traps on them. Some of them have other stuff going on. They have to spawn monsters on it. It looks like some kind of a trap there. A treasure chest. Yep. So all kinds of different things in the map tiles. Don't want to spoil it really. And then your spells right here. Chain Lightning, Holy Abundance, Cloud of Death, Fireball, Delver's Luck, Conjurer's Spirit, Gambit, Giant Strength, and so forth. Temple of Arrows. Yeah, so lots of different spells and everything. This might be the entrance, maybe. I don't know. One of them's in the entrance and one of them's something else. Oh, one of them I think you might have to go to get to the second floor or something like that, possibly. Alright, and then some cool die, which are always neat to have in a dungeon crawl game. I like the way these die work. So it looks like, yeah, I think that's an enemy type die right here. And then you have your hero dies, which you're going to roll. So your attack power is the sum of your, so if I rolled this, it would be 6, and then just say that the enemy had a defense of like say it was a 7 to hit it, right? So I get 6 here, and then I'd have to add a +1 right here, so +1. You can't just have the +1 here. You have to have a die that doesn't have a plus on it, so that's like the main die there, and then you add this, it makes it 7, and so that would be enough to cause injury to it. And then right here, so if you did that and you didn't have to use this die right here, the +2, you could use that to gain kind of like a mana. I think your energy level, you get 3 energy back. So whatever die you don't use, you can get your energy back. Let's say it was something like this, the 5 and the 2. You could use that for a 7. And then if you had the 6th heart, you can get a health back. You don't use that. So that's kind of a little thing on how you use the die there. It's pretty neat. And then you have your little miniatures in here, which are pretty cool. So show you some of these. These are resin. No, they're plastic. I think they're plastic. They feel plasticky. I don't know, they might be resin. I can't remember. But that's your, I don't know, looks like some kind of paladin or something like that. It's like maybe a rogue, or an archer. I got a bow back there. This is a spellcaster of some sort. Right there. So they're okay. They're decent detail. I'm definitely not, I don't think I want to paint these. I'm not a very good painter, and definitely it's like a dwarf fighter, or paladin, dwarf fighter, or something like that. And then this is a mage, maybe, of some sort, or some kind of spellcaster. And then you have your little, don't know what he is. And then you have your some kind of fighter of some sort, maybe some kind of berserker, who knows. And then you have this guy, which is a female. Like, this might be an archer too. No, it's not an archer. Looks like a female dwarf of some kind, maybe. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 8 different minis here. There you go. Show you some of those. And then you have your cool deluxe components here, which are your little, I think these are the enemies and stuff. It's a spider, yeah. And then that's, I don't know, some kind of fighter. And then these are maybe traps and stuff. And then you got your snake here. Nice wooden tokens here, though. Looks like a minotaur, I think. You can get upgrades. You can get the boss meeples too. Some of these might be bosses, but I think you have to buy those. The bigger the boss ones. And it looks like this is the torch that you put on the torch track. That's your kind of your light. Yeah, so different. Lots of little wooden pieces and everything. So nice stuff. And your hearts for your health. And then your energy. There's an energy one, I think, too. Oh yeah, this is the energy one. You put on there to track your energy, how much energy you have. Again, that's like kind of like mana. And then these are your bosses and heroes, I think, in here. So it looks like that's a dragon, Hydra, Goblin King, Pharaoh, Gorgon, Seer. Yeah, these are the bosses. And then these are your heroes right here. So that's your health track right there, and that's your energy track. So he only has 4 energy. He's just like a kind of he's a half-orc barbarian. Yeah, and then on the back it kind of gives you a nice guide of your resources, skills, skill check, all the different iconography for that, hero actions, dungeons, modifiers, and targeting. So everything's on your sheet there. So you can just probably use, yeah, you can use the back one you're not using. And then this is the elf sorceress. Yeah, that was the sorceress there with that. And these are your strength. You got low strength. That's speed, I think. And then that's probably your mana type thing. I'm not sure exactly. And then your skills and everything like that. You can put, you can use a dagger and research, which are built-in skills. We can get other skills, gear, and you can put your other gear on the other side right here. Dwarf cleric. Oh, she was a dwarf cleric, the last one I showed you there. Okay, and then this is an elf ranger. Moonblade white elf rogue. Yeah, that was a rogue. And then, as you can see here, this one, the elf sorceress, has got a lot more energy, mana. Goes up to 8, and that's 6 right there for health. Not as much health. And your human paladin, ancient wizard. And that's your dwarf fighter. Yeah, dwarf fighter. He's a fighter. And then this is your torch track, I think. Yeah. So depending upon how many players you have, it goes in there. Alright. And let me just show you, lastly, the potions and perils. So you get the 2 little wooden things here. And then let me quickly show you these before the dogs start barking. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so these are the potions right here. So epic mugga ale, witch's brew, bottle energy, healing potion, magic elixir, health draught, mind tonic, strength. So your standard things here. And then more enemies here. Mixie goblins, which is a magic user goblin, and then your Wraith, Vampire Imp, so a couple more enemies, and another map tile. So that's it, the little Potions and Perils expansion there. So that's it. That's Tiny Epic Dungeons. Lots in that little box there. And the story I was going to tell you is I got the, I think it was a Stories expansion. I ordered it on eBay. And when I got it, it was basically the same box as this. So I'm not sure. I know some of the Kickstarter versions of this had, you could get it, the deluxe version, with the Stories expansion included. It didn't say, it has the same barcode, UPC code, and it doesn't say it's included. It just says you can get it, the Stories expansion. So basically the same box as this, with the same wrapping and everything like that too. So I think they sent me the wrong thing, but anyway, I've been trying to contact them on eBay, and they haven't really gotten back to me. Well, they have, but they haven't followed up with it yet. So it looks like I might have a second version of this full game here. So I might just end up, if they don't get back to me or whatever, just try to sell it on eBay. It is worth more, so it's to their advantage to get back to me. But if they're not going to get back to me, then I'm just gonna sell it and try to get the Stories expansion later. So anyway, so thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and this has been another board game unboxing of Tiny Epic Dungeons Deluxe Edition. Take care and God bless. Bye bye now.